Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be one of our first of hopefully many series and sessions to offer a little bit of support, advice, tips. Basically, whatever question you have, I'm here to answer regarding jobs and careers. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Jess Reesby. I am a career coach, a resume writer, and a professional recruiter. So hopefully some of these tips come from a place of wisdom for you. And if you do have any specific questions, drop them in the comments. I'm definitely here to help. So I guess let's just jump straight into it. So if you're struggling to land a job, or maybe you've been searching, getting interviews, but just not necessarily getting the dream jobs, I have a couple of tips for you. So first things first is if you've been Googling your heart out regarding what to put in a resume, how to answer interview questions, I genuinely think that time is money, right? It is. And effectively, if your skills don't lie in the areas of coaching and interview training, if your skills don't lie in the area of design, content writing, marketing, HR, recruitment, right? Then maybe it might be best to have somebody else handle those jobs. Just like, we get our hair done at a professional, we put our car in to get fixed by a mechanic. So those same principles apply, but I do think the issue is at school, there's sort of some sort of training or ingrainment into people at university or at high school that they should be the ones responsible for doing their own resume. I really think this is basically like shooting yourself in the foot. If you're ready to launch a new brand, you're going to invest into marketing, into the right packaging and boxes for your product. Well, effectively, you are selling yourself in a job, right? Your resume is your number one thing that you're putting forward for the employers to see. So ensuring that is absolutely the best it can be is the best money you can honestly spend. So professional resume writing is your first step. If at the end of the day, free things are free because they don't have inherent value. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You might save now, but it will cost you later when you're struggling 5 years down the track because you just have plateaued, or you don't have a sense of direction in your career. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can have a thriving career. You can get to the top. You can land those key top jobs. And there are a lot of people who are naturally pretty decent at this, right? They're pretty good at writing their own resumes. They're pretty good at doing some sort of, their interview skills maybe aren't that bad, or they're quite good. And these are the people who do get those top jobs and who get paid well, or they've gotten support and advice along the way. Most of our clients are high-end executives. They come because they know that it's worth the investment. So it's a bit like you're trying to sell your house, it's not selling, or you're getting low ball offers. Maybe it's time to do a little bit of a renovation, get it all looking nice. You've spent a little bit of money there, but at the end of the day, you're going to make that back in what you gain. So that's number one, resumes. Then no point in having an amazing resume and then your interview skills aren't the best, right? So investing in someone to sit down with you and give you real mock interview questions. So we offer all of these services, by the way, resume writing and interview coaching. If you just practice questions online, it's generic, okay? So it's not going to be specific to you. So when it comes to things like weaknesses, strengths, people tend to have the exact same answer all the time. And as well, you're not going to really get that critical advice. Like if you've got a special issue that you need to overcome, or like, for example, maybe a gap in your career, how do you address that, you specifically? So Googling this information does only get you so far, right? Just like Googling how to color your hair at home, it'll get you so far. But the results, will it be A grade? I don't know. Okay. So that's something to consider if you're wanting to take your career to like executive level. Okay. We're not talking just some low-end menial job here. We want to get people into the best jobs possible. I've worked with customers who I've been able to get them $100,000 extra salary, literally just from getting them a new resume and some interview skills. There's a fair bit of, confidence coaching and stuff that we go through with that person as well. And everyone's case is different. But I'd definitely say about $35,000 is pretty normal for us to be able to achieve for a customer extra salary. So it's better to be in your pocket, right, than in the brands. So there's that. Next thing is things like promotions, how to position yourself for a promotion. So how to actually set it, throughout your career, once you land a job, how to actually be seen as that person that's, good for a promotion. So certain tools and strategies that we do offer to help people there. And then how to actually sit down and have that tough conversation to make your request, but make your requests in the best way possible. So we help people with all of that. And then we do have things like courses. Maybe your skills might need a bit of work. I always ask my customers this same one question. If someone was to give you the salary you're asking for, okay, in cash, but there's a term and condition, and that term and condition is this, that only if the project is successful, whatever it is that you do, let's say you're a landscaper, it's got to be the best landscaping job. If you're a software engineer, it's got to be the best website, right? So I'm giving you that money in cash, and you have to hire someone to deliver the project to the best of its ability. For success, you'll get to keep the cash. Would you hire yourself? So I'll say that again. I give you cash in your hands. The term and condition is you have to do your job, right? You have to get someone to do your job. It's either you or somebody else. It's got to be done amazingly, right? I've got to be satisfied with the quality of work. Would you choose to hire yourself or somebody else? Do you think they'll be better to do the task so that you can ensure you get to keep the money? If you're not choosing yourself in that case, that means you need to upskill. It means that there's some key skills there that might need to be worked. No point in having a certificate on the wall, be, qualified hairdresser or qualified, certified software engineer or whatever it is that you do, but you actually can't do the job. You can't cut hair. And this happens quite a lot, particularly with corporate-based jobs, particularly in IT, which is where I mostly specialize. But of course, I've done resumes for jockeys. I've helped people get into security guard jobs and warehousing and pick-packing jobs, all sorts. But my point is, you need to actually be capable in the role that you're, looking to pursue. You can have a great resume, you can interview really well, but it's those skills that they're actually paying you for. You can certainly look, a resume and interview skills, honestly, can kind of overcome those, but you still want to be good at your job just for longevity to actually stay in the job, right? Good tenure. You can get a job, but can you keep it, right? And sometimes having a lot of career gaps can really destroy someone's career. If you're moving around year to year, they start to question whether or not you're capable. Do you have some sort of challenge with working with teams? All of these sort of things, some recruiters will see those as red flags. And we cover all the things that we as recruiters see as red flags in our one-on-ones. So that's something. So we do have one-day courses that you can do that are really easy but comprehensive, that will allow you to get that certificate so you can put that on your resume and just go, boom, introduction to AWS or fundamentals in customer service and sales or pre-sales engineering fundamentals. So it just allows you to get that knowledge and also the certificate so you can put that on your resume to boost up your resume. So that can all be found. I'll put the website link down the bottom, reesby.com.au. What else is there? Thinking, drop it in the comments, your questions, okay, because I would be really interested to know. So courses, of course, public speaking and presentation skills. So learning how to master the art of engaging with people is going to be important too. And getting advice from family and friends can only really get you so far. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. So having someone sit down and do a proper analysis is going to be key. And same comes with like your personal brand. So if you check me out on LinkedIn, you'll see there that I've got quite a big following there. Definitely not as big as I'm sure some people here on YouTube. It's first sort of proper video on YouTube, although we've done videos in the past. But basically, yeah, your personal brand is that's what kind of, I guess, sustains you through a successful long-term career. This is what sets apart those really high-paid executives compared with everyday, employees. So if you want to get to that point, once again, we do offer professional LinkedIn rewriting and professional branding. That's when you really want to make sure that when they go on your resume, they go to find you on LinkedIn, it's got to match up. No point in having this beautiful, gorgeous resume and then maybe the LinkedIn's not so good. They're just going to assume, like the perception changes. Just like if you get a brochure from a hairdresser, the brochure's amazing, but then you go on their website and it's terrible, you're going to go, oh, they're not maybe as good as I thought. Okay, so those are some things. Look, I'll probably cover more in another session and more specifically outlining, but those are sort of the key pillars really. So you got to have a great resume, got to have amazing interview skills, you got to have the right skills, you got to be good at your job, got to have the qualifications, and you need to be able to present well. These are the key pillars that we've identified here at Reesby. We've written them down there. What we think is tried and tested. That's what's going to help you land a job in your field. If you want any specific advice or certain tips, please contact us, reesby.com.au, support@reesby.com.au. Drop it in the comments. We're more than happy to help. And I wish you all a beautiful, blessed day. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. All the best. Bye, guys.